GreenKeeper beta checks base.
So that's the course loaded, and you'll see in 216 these are some of the changes. If you're using an older version, this is why you should be using the newer one. The first one is the information panel. We'll start with the base section when we're doing a pre-beta check. So obviously make sure we've got our course name, make sure we've selected our region, our city and town, our state, country or province, depending on the country, and then the country. Now you can see the country, I think the mistake made here was because it's like the default when it's grayed out, it hasn't been filled in. Normally clicking that would make it fill in, or you can obviously manually type it. The region is locks in the country. So I think that's what that was. But yeah, always make sure you've got these all filled in, and obviously make sure that your state is filled in and the city and town. Obviously put your designer name in, which is Brian, believe it or not, the cryptic name there. Your altitude, design fictional, metric imperial. Another new feature of 216 was the lat long, which he's done and filled in, and you can click the check on Google Maps as part of your check and just make sure the pin is roughly where it is. It won't be exact because we limit it down to like a certain amount of decimal places, but it's close enough. You can find it on a map from that. So that's good. Make sure your splash is in your course directory. So you can just click that if it is, if not, select it and make sure. And the other thing, obviously make sure you've got your holes turned on, or your pars are set, or your indexes are set. And at this point you can also turn on VS Pro if you've got it. And you'll see the trees come in. And then I like to have a little look, blimey, at this stage, just to make sure the wind is working. So you can come down here, select your wind on, and just make sure things start to move. So your winds and grasses are all moving, all that sort of stuff. You need to check every one. You can see. So we've got on this tree here, I dare say there is a bit of an exaggerated wind effect. So that might be an area which you might want to look at. It probably wouldn't be picked up in beta necessarily, but when we have our first event where someone uses Gusty, they'll say, oh, these trees move about a lot. So yeah, and you'll know which tree this is, and you might want to turn off the wind effect on the trunk material, for instance, and just have it doing the leaves, which would be my suggestion on that one. So yeah, and then make sure you turn it off when you finish, just so we can get it all back to normal. And those are the checks that you need to do on the base panel. So it's location, make sure your box fill in, make sure your lat long's filled in, and check it on Google Maps just to make sure it's okay. Pars and indexes are set, and then check your wind.